जय राम ओम श्री राम जय राम जय 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 राम ओम श्री राम जय राम 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 श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम ओम 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 श्री राम जय जय राम ओम श्री राम जय 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 राम जय जय
I was trying to connect these two here.
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय 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 राम श्री राम जय राम जय श्री राम
I'll cut again.
राम जय 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 राम श्री राम
This also. But then this is won't fit Swamiji's hand. Wait, I'll just try. Sorry, Swamiji. So sorry. Okay. Oh, so sorry, Swamiji.
Ah? Ah. Eh?
Oh, the mess there about that thing, Swamiji.
Yeah.
Now it'll be okay. Pick. It is here?
Can't hear mom. You have to repeat it. Everything offered.
It's a befitting offering.
Befitting offering.
Pinnacle of offering. Pinnacle. Can't you hold this here? No, please. I'll tighten it somewhere. Now it should be fine. It won't come the way now.
Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om
Jai Jai
Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Hari Om to everybody. Everybody got that prepared one, refining the mind. Everybody got? You got? You did not get. You did not get?
I'm sending it right now. I'll send it to you right now. I think I forgot him.
You got your number. உங்களுக்கு எல்லாம் கிடைச்சா?
I have his number.
கிடைக்கலையா? நீத்து பெண்?
And we got it from Nita, you can see. Oh, I just checked whether you have that.
We thought all of you must have gone through and we have to just say a few words, that's all. You got it?
She has gone. Padma Chavan has gone.
Ah.
Swami, I also mentioned it is the most beautiful way of presenting. I have never read so beautifully.
Most beautiful way of presenting. Never read this.
Yeah. So now, we will go through it again. வீக்கிலையா எல்லாருக்கும் அனுப்பி சொல்லிருக்கு 200 பேருக்கு நான் அனுப்பியிருக்கா ஓ But nobody is telling, only you are telling.
Somebody told it's very beautiful song.
We are not asking about beautiful, whether you got it or not.
I got it, I read it, and I am just simply trying to see it. That's all.
Lakshmi Narayan Garu.
Huh? Hariyamma, he's telling, Allah, adukku kittiya.
He's not answering whether he got or not. Neutral is telling me.
Let me know that you got it. I got it.
Everybody got?
Lakshmi Narayan did not get.
Oh, Lakshmi Narayan uncle has not
It is
got.
there in the satsang. How can he not get?
Satsang group. Satsang group. It is in the Satsang group.
It is in Anandashram satsang group. We got, everybody got, nobody is looking something.
Anyway,
We got it.
so this is the first attempt, for the past 2.5 months we have been struggling. So the first product has come out. Now we have to go through it again and again and again. And we have not given the examples. You have to work out the example. Everyone has, otherwise, it will become a text. Everyone has to, some clues will be given. Whatever you feel, you can also add in your own way. I'll just read it out and then see. Refining the mind. The Bhagavad Gita unfolds a step-by-step process to refine the mind, transforming raw impulses into wisdom, selfishness into selfless service, confusion into clarity. Each teaching, when deeply imbibed, becomes a catalyst for lasting peace and joy. As a starting point, one shloka has been selected from each chapter. When deeply contemplated, these verses reveal profound insights that serve as guiding lights in refining the mind. Their essence is illustrated through examples from Mother Nature and daily life, making the process of transformation both relatable and practical. All seekers are encouraged to engage their mind in this contemplation, connecting the theme of each verse to the given example. This exercise will aid in internalizing the teachings. With a spirit of inquiry and reflection, countless hidden gems will emerge, further illuminating our path to inner refinement. May we be blessed with the sincerity to traverse this journey, becoming ever aware of His presence behind all our thoughts, words, and deeds. This is our ultimate aim, Our ultimate aim is to become aware that He is behind our thoughts, words, and deeds. This should be very clear to us. Nothing else. Behind even this thought, even the movement of this, we have finger. Behind the eyes, behind the ears, behind the body, behind the everything, He alone. This is what we want to achieve. Not achieve, we want to realize. Achieve means something else, it has to come from within. No. It is already there within us, we are ready to realize it. So this is the purpose of this Bhagavad Gita study. For that our mind has to be purified. So then we are making use of the slokas to refine our mind so that our journey towards becoming aware of His presence become hastened, smooth, fast. So the first, evaluate first before plunging into action. Shloka for reference, Bhagavad Gita 1, chapter number 1, sloka number 30. An unrefined mind rushes into action without clarity, like an archer releasing arrows blindly. Pause, reflect, evaluate. Thoughtful action leads to better outcomes. We have to now see with our own life. 99% we would fail. Probably one we might be able to toe this line. Just because we read this, not that we are going to get it. But we must keep on trying. An unrefined mind rushes into action without clarity, like an archer releasing arrows blindly. Pause, reflect, evaluate.
Some the auntie said this. Is it 30 number shloka number 30?
No, please don't bother about slokas. Let your attention not be on that. It has been instrumental in bringing out this, that's all. Let us not concentrate on the sloka, please. The sloka was instrumental in bringing out this point. Job is over. Otherwise it become academic exercise, intellectual exercise. We keep on by learning by heart and get stuck there. It has not helped us. But we have taken the essence from it as prompted by Him from within. It can be anything for anybody. So evaluate first before plunging into action. That particular sloka only says, Arjuna was requesting Lord Krishna to Senayor Upayor Madhye Sthavanam. So you place let me see who are all there with whom I have to fight. So that means from there we have taken this. For anything and anything we have to first evaluate before jumping into any action. This is how the process started. So an unrefined mind rushes into action without clarity, like an archer releasing arrows blindly. Pause, reflect, evaluate. Thoughtful action leads to better outcomes. Examples, bird and nest. Be cautious while crossing the street. Somebody can tell us now. Bird and nest.
The bird checks where to build the nest, with what to build the nest, how to build the nest, how much sleep it should take, etc. etc.
You have typed it out, you can tell. Somebody else should say, no?
Swamiji, in any situation, instead of responding, we react.
No, you just see how this evaluate first before plunging into action. Example from Mother Nature is bird and the nest. What does it mean?
The mother takes care of the nest, all the safety.
First of all, nest should be prepared, you know. Why everybody is keeping quiet?
Swamiji, அந்த நெக்ஸ்ட் கட்டணும் அப்படிங்கிறது அது மனசுல வருதுன்னா அப்போ நம்ம சென்ஸை நம்ம அந்த பாஸ் கொடுக்கணுன்றது ஒரு ரிமைண்டரு. அப்புறம் அதுக்கப்புறம் அந்த மெட்டீரியல்லாம் கலெக்ட் பண்ணுது. அது கலெக்ட் பண்ணுறதுக்கு நம்ம அந்த ரிஃப்ளெக்ஷனுக்கு அந்த டைம் எடுத்துக்கிறோம். ரிஃப்ளெக்ஷன் இவாலுவேட் பண்ணும். அதுக்கப்புறம் அந்த அந்த மெட்டீரியல்லாம் வச்சு அந்த நெக்ஸ்ட்டை பில்டு பண்ணுது. அது பில்டு பண்ணும்போது அப்போ நம்மளோட ஆக்ஷனும் டேர்ன் பண்ணுறோம்.
Okay. First of all, the bird will decide which tree, which branch. Whether it is easy for it to get the straw with which the nest is made. And all those things it evaluates before jumping into action. This is what is meant here. It is not just start going and doing it. Before that, the bird must be watching. And in a particular place, in a particular tree, on a particular branch, when it decides, it must also be calculating how far the straw is there, the basic input. And then it starts doing it. So first evaluation. This is how we look at it. It can be anything else. You can also bring anything that you feel like. Not that it should be confined to this. Similarly, be cautious while...
இந்த துப்புரா அது மேலே நூறு கட்டி ஒரு 3 ஹோல்ஸ் இருக்கும். முதல் ஹோல்ஸ், 2வது ஹோல்ஸ் கூட நூறு. இந்த பாம்பு அந்த முட்டையெல்லாம் எடுத்து சாப்பிடணும்னு தன்னுடைய முட்டையை வைக்கணும். அந்த மாதிரி சேஃப்டி ஆல்சோ இஸ் a mind ideal. So ours also while thinking, evaluating ourselves, we should be having the precautionary methods being followed just like the person.
Anyway, you were able to understand, that is enough. Before we plunge into action, we must properly evaluate any action. Again, we should not get...
When a lady has an unexpected guest, many guests come at a time, she quickly evaluates what can be done easily and sounds possible.
She manage to give them appropriate things.
She evaluates what can be done, that can be done easily, quickly, and manageable with what is available in her house. So evaluating is the essential part of life.
Anything can be used. Don't worry about this nest. Suppose you are coming to our house. I want to give you upma. First I should know whether rava is there.
Yes, sir.
I will say, you please sit down, I will give you first class upma. When I go there, I don't find the rava there. And the required oil is not there. And the created coconut is not there. Oh, sorry, I cannot give you upma. This is what is meant. Anything before you commit, before you plunge into action, go find out, see. So don't have to limit yourself to this That is only a pointer. Anything. All of us commit the same mistake. We go there and then then only we realize we have not studied. So this is what is meant. Evaluate first, plunging into action. I go there,
When birds, animals, also plants are together, human beings, God by God's grace, we have taken this human birth. So, நம்மளுக்கு இன்னும் முடியும் evaluation and perseverance நிறையவே வேணும்னு தோணுது சாமி.
என்ன வேணா செய்யலாம். Don't think, you keep on trying, it will get refined. That is what is needed, not to learn this. You keep on trying various examples you have seen, you have heard, somebody has told you. That process itself will put us on refinement. Don't get stuck with anything that is written now. It's only a guidance, Suppose you are organizing 15 people to come for a get-together, and you find all of them are not in a position to sit on the floor. Suddenly you find you have only 3 or 4 chairs. Then what will you do? Immediately you try to organize, So first, before, in our Mauna session, what is the first thing we do? First thing is how many people are going to attend. And then ladies how many, gents how many. Then whether the seating arrangement is there first. Everything will be first, evaluate. Then only we are ready. Placard is ready, bell is ready. All these things are ready, then we plunge into the action. So what we have to do is, this is what, when we keep on bringing this example, which we are daily doing, normally we do it, but we don't understand that it is because of evaluating first, that automatically it goes. But now we know we have to evaluate first. So before doing anything, we will try to refine the mind, not jumping into it. So suppose you get about 10 or 15 examples. That means what? The mind is slowly getting attuned to the theme. Suppose you get stuck with one, finished, no purpose. The whole purpose is gone. So you try to bring out, simple examples. When you want to cross the street, you will not just cross the street. You will see the traffic, this side and that side. Then we will enter. So that is another one. Everywhere.
ஏதோ ஒரு கான்வர்சேஷன், ஒரு ஹீட்டட் ஆர்கியூமெண்ட்ல நம்ம ஏதோ நம்ம பதில் சொல்லணும் அப்படின்னு சொன்னா, அந்த இடத்துல நம்ம அதை காசு கொடுத்து அதுக்கப்புறம் அது இது சொல்லாமா வேண்டாமான்னு இவாலுவேட் பண்ணி அப்புறமா அது வார்த்தையா வெளியில வர்றதுக்கு, அந்த ப்ராக்டிஸ் வர்றதுக்கு அதுக்கு ஏதோ ஒரு தேவைப்படுதுன்னு மைண்ட்ல
try. Everything is valid, everything is right. We have to try, that's all. Because this is not an intellectual exercise. Suppose we try to gather as many examples drawn from our own daily life, then that means, we are putting it on a refining process. Try. So now, tomorrow, just because you say, I understand, we will not be satisfied. You must come out with some examples. Otherwise, it is a one-way traffic. The whole 2.5 months is a waste. So you must today you get off. Tomorrow you bring out some examples. If everybody start telling examples, we may not have time. So you can put it in the email and send it. Not necessarily that we should go through it. From your part, you are trying to bring out the example. That is what is important. As many examples as possible. Small, no? Small, small. Don't think big, big, big. You want to organize, you will see all the requisites. You want to cook, you will see whether everything is there. You want to cross the road, you will see the traffic. You are planning for a trip. You will not check up whether the car has got enough petrol. Suppose in your hurry, suppose you do that and you get stuck where there is no petrol, what will you do? All these things, similarly, before I come up with any judgment on others, I should pause. So outside, so many things I take up. I do some planning based upon my previous experience. Similarly, when I am pushed into circumstances, before I react, if I keep on going through these exercises, it will automatically make me to pause, to reflect and to evaluate. That is the very purpose of this exercise.
Boiling of milk சொல்லலாமா? Boiling of milk முதல்ல நம்ம பால் நம்ம நிலத்துல வச்சு அது ஸ்லோவா அது ஹீட் அது ஆனப்புறம் கொஞ்சம் அப்படியே அது சிம்டம் கொடுக்கும். அதுக்கப்புறமா ஆக்ஷன்ல
You try, Why do you ask somebody's opinion? You must get your own examples. Whether it suits, whether you have made this, evaluate first. Suppose you have got 1 liter of milk and you say you in a hurry, you go there, you find there is no vessel for 1 liter. What will you do? Like that, everything has to be planned, What is the capacity of the vessel, whether there is gas, whether the ladle is there so that it doesn't get burnt. And then at the time of its, nowadays of course milk cooker is there. Previously in good old days we have to be watchful, otherwise the whole thing will go to the oven itself. Now milk cooker is there, it will send you sound, then immediately you go and switch it off, that's all. But what is needed is you evaluate it before taking any action. Suppose we practice right from the minutest, we will be able to go to the grossest. When we ask for a feast, the cook comes, what does he do first? First he will ask, how many are you expecting? Then what is your menu? When we say 100 people are likely to come, and we say item number 1, item number 2, item number 3, then he out of his experience he knows how much quantity or he needs of each and every item, where from he will get it. In good old days it has to be cleaned. Now cleaned one is available. And then suitable vessels for cooking. Then the needed fuel, water, all these things, then cutting the vegetables, whether the knife is there, everything will be organized, An expert man, he will see that, if you and I go there, we will, this is not there, that is not there. So everywhere this evaluate what you are going to do and sufficiently equip yourself with the background. Then when we keep on doing it at the mental level, before we utter, before we do, before we think, slowly this practice will step into our mind. This is what is expected of us.
இந்த பாஸ் கொடுக்கறது மைண்டுக்கு ஒரு பாஸ் ஒரு ஃபியூ செகண்ட் பாஸ் கொடுக்கறதுன்றது அது ஏதாவது எக்ஸாம்பிள் ரொம்ப ஸ்ட்ராங்காக இருக்கு. அது நம்ம உடனே நம்ம பேசுறது எல்லாமே உடனே
அதுக்கு தான் சொல்கிறேன், இப்படி பண்ணி வரத தான் இந்த பாஸ் வரும். அல்லட்டா குட்டு ஜெவம். இப்போ டக்குன்னு விழுதுதே. அதே மாதிரி அதில் இதுக்கு வேறு கெப்பாசிட்டி இருக்கா? அவுட் ஆஃப் எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் ஒன்லி வி வில் லேர்ன். A trial and error will only out of experience. Next time when she does it, she will see whether it is all right before fixing this. Otherwise it will damage. It cannot come from the sky. Only by falling we will come to know. Oh, I should be careful. I should be careful. I should be careful. Evaluate, evaluate. There was a slip of the tongue. The friendship got damaged. And then we go there and tell them, oh, I'm sorry, repair the damage. Next time you will be very careful. As you said, you will think before you talk. You see now. Careful. Not jumping into it, we will become careful. Again we will lose. I tell you, just because we read it, we are going to be perfect from tomorrow. No. 100 times, out of 199 times, again we will do the following, the whole thing. But one we might be able to. That one can slowly become two. This is how we try. Then only Gita is entering into us. Otherwise it is still a book in our shelf. So please, tomorrow you keep on going this. Don't get stuck again with this bird and nest and be cautious. These are some hints, How do we do that? Stay even-minded in all situations. Shloka for reference 2:14. Pleasure and pain, success and failure, life oscillates between extremes. A steady mind, like a well-rooted tree, remains unshaken by storms. True refinement lies in unwavering equanimity. Example, river, the player stays composed even in victory. So evaluate first before plunging into action. Another aspect is now stay even-minded in all situations. So through these examples only this will become a reality. So we try to get now some examples. Like what we have written. Easy for us. River goes, so many hurdles will be there, it will not stop. Tulsi Ram, when he was, when he won, he did not show any extraordinary joy. That we remember because we have shared. Like that. In your office, at home, many members, somebody must have shown this to you. Your friends. Suppose you have got a society and you have got a general body meeting or periodical meeting, somebody will raise something, you are the secretary or president, you are answering it. Somebody may say, water tap is not, it has been like that. Somebody may shout. How do you react? You also shout? Like that. So like that, you try to bring in before your mind whatever experiences God has given you first. You would have failed, but you would have seen somebody not failing. Think.
There is then it will stop the broadcast. It's saying do not disturb.
That is why in the here now you see all seekers are encouraged to engage their minds in the contemplation, connecting the theme of each verse to the given example. When we do that only, we will be able to unearth, locate, memorize, identify similar experiences. When we keep on doing it, the mind is slowly getting trained to become one with the theme. And then, there might be a pause moment like that. You must have come across many people who are having even-mindedness, not that everybody is shouting. Slowly they pick up. You would have seen probably a person sitting in the bus, a lady comes who is also carrying, immediately the man gets up and gives. You would have seen that. He is finding it difficult to stand. We have seen this. And somebody else immediately gets up and gives it to him. So the consideration for others, that makes us unaware of our own limitation. So all these things, when it flashes your mind, there is a refining going on. Me to we, me to we, me to we. Please think. Otherwise the whole exercise will not be beneficial. It will be nice to say wonderful. But the purpose is this. It should enable us to ponder deeply, identify as many examples. And when we are on that process, you will find mind is slowly getting attuned to the theme. Does anybody remember anything, at least one person? You have typed out, Somebody else should say. Anything at your office, in your home. Unless we reflect and try to unearth, reading this will not help, to be blunt.
Many times in our professional life, we suddenly get into a situation we are not expecting. And if someone is not poised and evaluated deeply, is single-minded, the things can go out of control. So most of the time we have seen
No, you try to remember wherever this, either you have seen person not losing the balance. That we try to identify. Rest of the things we need not. Because then that is the process by which we are refining. We are jumping into conclusions, judging. But we are trying now, through this, we are trying to see somebody you must have come across who is always calm, serene. He will not immediately, impulsively react. This is an opportunity given to us to remember that. And the more you remember, you will see more what you have heard.
Personally, experience my first boss, who was an economic and commercial executive. We were trying problem. And he said, no, we should slowly develop. Very quietly.
That is what we want. That we have observed, that we are still remembering. That is the process.
Actually, many people may not know it as a disaster. Many people may not know. Then I see that people very quiet and told, if you lose your patience now, you may not get the solution.
Then we are asking ourselves, why do we remember? This is the reflection. We remember. It was shown to us by God through your boss. And then you remember it. Why do I remember? That means you see the plus point, positive aspect in it. The more you think about positive aspects, the mind will become more and more positive. When it rushes up with any judgment, hey, wait. This is the process of refinement. Keep thinking about the optimistic outlook. That is the outcome of all this. Every time we will become positive only. There won't be any negativity, to be very frank. Always we will be positive. At this moment we may not be able to understand, but that is the outcome of all these things. Anybody else can remember anything?
For example, one of our great if anything happened to you, are just calm and silent, just silent. All hurdles will come, you will face, but you won't respond anything. Calm and thinking.
Okay. That,
Pinaki was like that, no? Pinaki was also like that. His sky did not fall down.
many.
Ramdas Mama, Alipur Ramdas Mama, our Ramdas Mama,
We will not name them because we try to remember those who have exhibited this. Our purpose is not to remember that particular thing. Our purpose is to put our mind on such things constantly, so that it develops a positive attitude in our mind.
And suppose in the first attempt one is not clearing the exam, let him not feel rejected or low. And if we are, because that is the total enlightenment is required to take for the second attempt. But in case he clears in the first attempt, that is not going to head and become arrogant.
Yeah. Anything positive. Not getting depressed, dejected. Anything. It should come. That is the purpose of this. When we read this, pause for a moment, then it should start coming. That means the mind is becoming so more slowly positive. And then when we train that, old habits will be there, no doubt. But out of 10, previously in 10 we were failing. At least one we might succeed. Huh?
Chitra trying to say something. Chitra, say something. Say.
Prashant.
Huh?
Prashant.
Oh, she's just talking.
The corona time அவனுக்கு ஜாப் கிடைக்க ரொம்ப கஷ்டமா இருக்கு. அப்போ அது ரொம்ப கஷ்டம்ன்ற மாதிரி இல்லை, பட் ஷேர் பண்ணுவான் இந்த மாதிரி சிச்சுவேஷன் அப்படின்ட்டு. அதுக்கப்புறம் அவனுக்கு வேலை கிடைச்சது. வேலை கிடைச்சப்பறம் ஒரு எக்ஸைட்மெண்ட் ஒரு 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 ஹாப்பியா அது ஷேர் பண்ணாம அம்மா வேலை கிடைச்சிச்சுமா அப்படின்னு அது அந்த டைம்ல ஒரு ரொம்ப ஜாயும், இந்த டைம்ல ரொம்ப சேடும் அப்படி இல்லாம பார்க்க முடியும் சார்.
Right. Because we don't know the background. If you feel that this is in line with that, then it's a gain. Whether he has been able to maintain this poised outlook, that is important. And we should keep on remembering this.
அது ரொம்ப அமைதியா இருக்கு சாமி. அந்த ரிஃப்ளெக்ஷன்ல அது ஈக்குவாலிட்டின்னு அப்ப தெரியல.
இப்ப தெரியும். Right.
Shatmami wants to say something.
பெங்களூர்ல ஒரு டிரைவர் கார் எடுத்து பண்ணும்போது ரொம்ப சாந்தியா வழிவிட்டு
That means, we will start remembering all positive incidents there. Allowing people to go first. Many incidents we would have directly experienced, where others have done this. Let us not say what we have done. Others have done it and we have been the beneficiary. So stay even-minded. So two or three, we will take up, and you try to dig out from your own mind, put it in writing, so that it becomes more intense. Otherwise, you will just say and finish. We don't want any explanation. One or two words like this to remember. That's all. Example. Each one will try to bring out example from their own life. We are not guided by the example of others. We are, to some extent, this will give us some how to proceed further. So So for enabling us to know that we are on the right track, that is why we have brought this example. Otherwise it becomes a statement, philosophy. Enough of philosophy. We want something that is practically applicable, relatable to our life. So that is why we have identified this river, because river we have seen the player. Somebody told us about this. Arthur Ashe, a legendary Wimbledon player, while suffering from AIDS in 1983, which he contracted due to an infected blood transfusion, received letters from his fans, among which one read, "Why did God select you for such a bad disease?" Arthur Ashe replied, 5 crore children started learning tennis. 50 lakh learned to play tennis. 5 lakh learned professional tennis. 50,000 became eligible to play at circuit. 5,000 reached the Grand Slam tournament. 50 reached Wimbledon. 4 reached the semi-finals. 2 reached the finals, of which I was one. And when I was holding the cup in my hand, I never asked God, why me? So now that I am in pain, how can I ask God, why me? What a level-headed, poised. Think about it. So there is no question of why me. I am destined. I am accepting. Not making a big fuss about it. He did not complain anything about it. So these incidents, how did we know? Because we have kept it in our bank. So now we know, correct. Even in times of crisis like this, Arthur Ashe, the world champion, he was able to bring out this, keep up this mindset. The legendary Wimbledon player, while suffering from AIDS in 1983, which he contracted due to an infected blood transfusion, received letters from his fans, among which one read, "Why did God select you for such a bad disease?" Arthur Ashe replied, how he beautifully brought it out. 5 crore children started learning tennis, 50 lakhs learned to play tennis, 5 lakhs learned professional tennis, 50,000 became eligible to play at circuit, 5,000 reached the Grand Slam tournament, 50 reached Wimbledon, 4 reached the semi-finals, 2 reached the finals, of which I was one. And when I was holding the cup in my hand, I never asked God, why me? So now that I am in pain, how can I ask God, why me? So these are not cock and bull stories, God has placed before us solid examples. And this was expressed when he was passing through such a stressful period. That also we must know. Not in an atmosphere where we are now sitting and talking. Think about it. So even in times of crisis, this value helps us. Positivity. So here what we have been trying now is to identify this. The second chapter, the 14th sloka, kindled in us to bring out all these from our memories. When we hear something from somebody, that also gets memorized because the priority has been slowly shifted. Previously it was a touch and go. Now the priority is slowly shifted because of this wonderful opportunity God has given us to refine the mind, to refine the mind, to refine the mind. How many times we have been told to repeat this? So refining the mind is by learning. Papa's words you remember. Look at it, read in it. Okay, and we will move to the next. Remain unaffected by attraction and aversion. A crude mind is a puppet to likes and dislikes. A refined mind remains free, choosing wisdom over impulse, clarity over confusion. Example, sun. Why do we say sun? Huh? Nothing from our friends. All are in deep meditation, Nirvikalpa Samadhi.
Swamiji is Swamiji, sun shines on everybody, irrespective
Sakshi.
of Sakshi.
What does he say?
He thinks sun shines on everybody.
Sun shines on everything, whether it is a desert or a beautiful garden, whether it is an ocean or whether it is a water or on a dry land. No, it is equal. Remain unaffected, but it keeps on giving. Nothing is attached to the objects which sun is illuminating. Oh. Similarly should be. Then pediatrician who stays calm despite urine splashes. Anything, any other example? The present generation may not know at all, but we all had the, opportunity to witness in good old days, in the gramam, in the village, there won't be any toilets. We people, boys and gents, they go to field. Ladies cannot go, so they will have bucket. There is a particular place where they is. Somebody will come and take it on their head and then go to a far off place and then empty it. If the society may look down upon them, but if one day if they have not done it, what will happen? They are free from aversions. No? To them it is a profession, it is their livelihood. We used to watch, joyously taking. They carry it on their head and then go to a far off place. There is no other transport, head load only. And where there are no human habitation, they go and empty it and bring back the bucket here. Or they bring one bucket, they place it here and then take the order. Like that, at the time of writing this shit, now when we look at it, all those things come back. And we had our great reverence for them. Like that, think. So that means, if they are not there, how can the normal life can be continued? Me to we, me to we, me to we. So but through all his example, if we try to get something about the me to we are game. That is the purpose. That is the refinement. From me to me to we. That is the refinement. In many houses, mothers, when they prepare, after giving to everybody, they sit for meal. Somebody else comes. 2, 3 people immediately come. They will not say, I am eating, you please sit. They will immediately wash their hands, see the stock, immediately do something, prepare one rasam, one arsikalaki, something like that, and then immediately serve everybody. No? Please them. Me to we, me to we, me to we. I have prepared, it's so nice, I will only eat. No. Attractions or aversions, both come before our mind, because we have practically seen this. Not once or twice, many a times. The present generation probably may not be getting such opportunities. On those days when definitely now, especially in village area, there are no hotels, So when somebody comes, the first thing is we offer food, make them to sit. We do something by which, we prepare something and give. And there was no electricity, there was no gas. Even Puja Mataji was doing it here. We were told that when the night train comes, people will come there. There is no hotel here. Mataji herself will go prepare in the oven and then, what is that called? Adupu. And then prepare and serve them. So we try to remember all these things. There is no attraction or aversion. Only remain unaffected by attraction or aversion. Somebody praises, somebody condemns us. But when something is, when something is needed for somebody, do we segregate them? Everybody will be there. It will be given equally. When we remember this, it is a process of refinement. So everybody must have got a copy of this. This is how we try to move. And tomorrow, those of you who have not got, you can inform Siddha. And then you go through it again and again and again. Find out, try to get 1 or 2 examples, 1 or 2 words giving you the theme, not that whole thing you have to explain. And then you will say, yes, I got examples. That is the tangible gain of this exercise. If everybody says, I have got one, then that is the biggest gain of this entire 2.5 months exercise. Not that you have to report to us or send it to us. We are only for motivating, we are telling, that's all. If you get that example, we are game. If you don't get that example, it becomes academic. A knowledge is passed on, that's all. We store that knowledge. But in the other one, it is not like that. A reflection takes place. We memorize the whole thing. We get kindled. That is why we are remembering. That much will do for today. Tomorrow, those who have not got this, you please contact us. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. 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 Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Hari Om. Very good. Pranam, pranam. Okay, okay.
Mama saying namaskar.
Hari Om, Hari Om.
Come here, return it to me. I will return it to you.
Sorry.
Yes, Swamiji.
Very sorry.
I don't want the PDF form. I want it in this form.
You want the hard copy?
No, in the Gmail, no? Just copy and
I'll copy.
because I'm not
I'll
able
give you
to
the Word
copy.
document. I'll give you the Word document.
Edukatuma.
Bhavani asking that she wants to write it down.
She has to give me a copy, that's all.
I'll just take a print out right away.
Oh, this one. Huh? So I will keep it
Keep
myself.
it, keep it.
Oh, very good. Not Dharam.
Translate it into
Kannada.
shoot anybody. That will give you.
You are emailing, no?
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
This is normal.
That has been
I tried to
there. It's
copy
on my
and not able to
computer. No, no, it's on my computer.
Okay, you want me to send an email to remind?
Not required. I'll send it.
I give an email ID.
I sent it to you on WhatsApp. Already did it. I'll also have some after you, auntie. After you. Thank you.
Change.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
it's
Swami.
mistaken big one.
Yeah, do first. And this font can be increased little. We can't read from here. From this or it's not
Don't
possible.
make it big. I can actually. I can make it a bit bigger, but Swami was insisting. It must come in so many pages. It must come in so many pages. So then I didn't have much of a
You
choice.
can hear also whatever this is.
So he was very particular. But if it's a normal Word document, that time I can increase and give. But if he insists, it should be like this, it should be like that, then limitations come, you know. So